Hello, Joey.
51. We made it over the hump.
51.
Hello, Alex.
You know, we were supposed to have a 51 for someone else, but something went down.
Sorry. Pull
I
out
think
my
before we
Canadian
get
there.
to that though, to keep some positivity up, if you guys didn't see on our 50th, we got business cards now.
That's crazy.
And if you're at TRCMA, you can get one of these bad boys too.
Dude, I don't even think I have business cards for my 9 to 5. I mean, I had them. I don't know where those are. I don't talk to anybody about my job. I don't give them cards.
Yeah.
But look at us. Look how official we are.
Yeah, I don't think I can get card. I don't want people to have. I've moved up enough in work so that people don't have to call me. Like
Yeah.
you can email me.
Okay, totally.
It's gonna all be an email.
Totally.
Right. But your wife sent me a text message last week, and when that happens, that's never good. Can you explain as to why I got that message, Joey?
So many of you reached out and follow me on social media, so I appreciate all of the messages and all of the calls. But for those of you who weren't, I apologize for missing the episode last week because I had a little episode of my own. I experienced a seizure, first time for everything, I guess. But I was home alone. And luckily, my wife was turning onto our street, I guess, as it happened. So she found me only about 2-3 minutes later, had the ambulance there within another 4 or 5 minutes. So I was well cared for. I spent 6 or 7 hours in the emergency room. I was getting poked and prodded and shaved and scanned, and everything came back negative.
In a good way.
In a good way. So the consensus as of right now is, stress, anxiety. But I do have follow-ups with neurology and other brain doctors to make sure that everything is okay. I feel okay. I've been taking it pretty easy. And letting Alex handle all of the stress of, the podcast. So I do appreciate all of you who did reach out, and I just wanted to get that out of the way and let everyone know I'm okay.
I don't know if I should be disappointed or happy that your first thought when you came to was, oh no, the show. Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Bro.
There were a couple funny things, right? So it was obviously the show was first. When I came to in the ambulance rig, I asked what happened, and they said, you experienced a seizure. And I said, that's crazy. I don't have seizures. I'd like to get out now. Like as if I could just pull it like the bus stop. And they were like, oh, we'll let you out at the hospital. We're not gonna let you out on the freeway here.
Man.
But yeah, I guess it's nice to have a sense of humor. I'm glad that didn't disappear.
If the medical shows on various streaming platforms have taught me anything, it's that every patient thinks they can outsmart the medical professionals.
Yes.
And it
no, I'm like, that way. You guys are in a lot more debt than me.
Yep.
For the knowledge that you've gained, and I will trust that. But it is funny. I think the night I came home, I started watching The Pit.
Yep.
So
great show.
Excellent show. May have had to skip over a couple of the epileptic patients just for my wife's sake. That was a little traumatizing to her, but should have gone live in the ambulance, Carlos says.
Oh, Jesus.
Could you imagine? You know what I was mad about is I took my watch off, right? So my watch was charging.
Well, because that was like one of the first things I asked you. I'm like, this could be on like, when like Apple does those keynotes.
Yeah.
You could be the poster child for like their next segment for their demonstration for the series, whatever they're on.
Seizure detection, blah, blah, blah.
Opportunity missed.
I was like, man, it's charging. I'd like to see that kind of data. So Steve likes our new colors. We may have themed it for a specific thing here. Specific guest this week.
And I think once we've passed that 50 hump, it's getting real now. It's getting real.
People, I think, I hope that people don't think that we're more serious than we actually are, just because we have 50 under our belt.
We're still humble.
But we are humble. And
Yep.
Speaking of humble, and actually that was a terrible segue. But speaking of segues,
working on that. Like what?
I'm working on it.
20-something days?
Segues,
baby.
This is happening. March 30th
coming.
Through April 2nd.
It's coming.
The Rag Company Media Access event.
You look how good Jimmy looks there.
Look at that. Bionic Jimmy.
Bionic Jimmy. The duo of Joey and Alex touched down on the Treasure Valley the day before on the 29th.
Get our bearings.
Do a little bit of prepping, a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of sweeping. You know, it's kind of we're the outside set of eyes to make sure everything's like good to go. You know, so they don't miss anything.
Yeah, because they see it. They see it every day. We'll walk into that studio and be like, "That's not supposed to be there."
And we've had a glimpse of the schedule. You know, we're not going to share that. We're not going to spill those beans. That being said, though, no pressure, Joey. We are the first people on camera for the event.
Listen, I'm not supposed to be stressed.
No, we're not.
Don't
so
stress.
It's going to go well. Maybe Uncle Adam will be there. Who knows? I don't know.
One can hope.
Oh, Hunter's going to be there.
Hunter's going to be there.
I read that as I'll be flying in my. You know how I read that, Joe? I read that as I'll be there for my 30th birthday, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're over 30 there, bud. But
well, I'm expecting a big golden retriever hug from that guy.
Yeah.
Apparently, we got something coming from the Details official guys. We got to check them DMs because it's got something on the way.
It's probably just a bunch of empty Koshemi bottles, but who knows?
You know what? As long as they're autographed, take them.
And you know what, Joey? We can empty our Koshemi compound bottles with our guest today. A couple of German brands.
Yes, we can.
A couple German brands. And, we have the one and only John from Flex. What do you say we bring him on?
Let's bring in John.
Hey, there he is.
Wonderful intro, gentlemen. Wonderful intro.
The man of the hour. Thank you for taking some time this Friday to hang out with us and talk all things Flex.
Mm-hmm.
Quite all right. Thanks for having me.
Nope. And I do have to give a special shout out to Jill, who's behind the scenes. We were coordinating with Jill for this episode, and we couldn't have done it without her efforts. That being said, kind of how this all started was I actually met John at SEMA, and we got in touch, and they had kind of a pamphlet on just some information for creators and that kind of thing. And I'm like, hey, we should reach out to them. They're going to be at TRCMA. This just works well, and I think that we can have some great conversations to talk about the Flex products.
For sure.
When Alex told me that when he got back from SEMA, he goes, hey, may have shaken some hands over at Flex. I was like, what? you did what? So I don't even know a lot of the story of what happened in that booth, or if he got to.
We saw the front of the booth, we saw the back door in the booth.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know if like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas in that aspect, but I am more than happy to lend you my ear and listen to the story if you're willing to share it.
Well, I can't remember. Were you there to see one of the three groups that was the super secret reveal that we had?
Yes.
Okay.
I did see a super secret reveal.
Okay. So we got to keep referring to it as such, unfortunately, because I've been threatened with death.
Oh, no.
So we can refer to it as the polisher, never your polisher, if you get that joke. We can dance around it, but I can't formally admit anything yet.
Yes.
Fair enough.
But it was really cool.
He's held up his end of the bargain because he hasn't even told me about that.
No.
We got Joel says that they just used the Flex cordless rotary yesterday for the first time and may have fallen in love.
Very nice.
I feel like Joel could pick up a bead like no one else.
Yeah, I'd like to see Joel's rotary technique. I know he's got some style with it. But I told John backstage that unfortunately, my episode was timed perfectly with like the arrival of my polisher and my plans for the polisher. But it occurred to me that at one of our mutual friends, Sydney Brigwin, last time I was at her shop last year getting stout certified, I used that exact polisher during that time. So I do have a little bit of experience with it. So I'm not completely virgin to this polisher. And I must say, like, the weight, the ergonomics of it, it different from polishers that I've used in the past, but not in. At first, I was like, I don't know if the handle's a little bit shorter than I'm used to. But then I was like, I kind of like
this one.
That guy right there. That guy right there.
Shameless. Like, look at that.
Yeah,
no battery on there right now. It's in the bag. Yeah. But that being said, shameless plug. I did drop a video on this today of the unboxing experience.
He did. It is a very stylish piece of hardware as well. So
it is. I'm
a sucker for things that look nice.
The cleanliness of the gray and the black. And I think for Joey and I, this is both of ours first battery powered long throw polisher. That's not a 3-inch, right? So because I've only had corded, and I've always been a 15 millimeter throw guy. So I'm happy that kind of part stays the same. I mean, I've used 21 mils, but I kind of like the aspect of the 6-inch backing plate on the 15 millimeter throw. And I was talking to Joey about that earlier today because he's like, we both have some 6-inch pads, and we were also sent some 6-inch pads that we just haven't really used a lot because we've kind of been stuck with the 5s. So I'm kind of excited for that. So I guess when the question that I have, kind of the first one, we do have a list of questions. So from the customer feedback, is there a lot of people like wanting both size options, or you guys just decided to throw that in off the cuff, or what was kind of the reasoning behind including the 5-inch and the 6-inch on the 15 millimeter throw?
So kind of I mean, as you guys know, it's all subject to change is the best way I like to phrase that. Everyone has their own technique. Everyone has their own polish. Everyone has their own setup. Everyone from start to finish does. No one in this industry, I think I can say this pretty safe at this point, no one in this industry does everything exactly the same. No. 5% difference, 10% difference, 75% difference. Looking at 5-inch, looking at 6-inch, some people love 5. They love the control that it gives. It's a lot smaller of an area. It doesn't pull as much. It doesn't grab, leading you places. Some people want to get the job done a lot quicker. That extra inch eats up a lot. The cut goes a lot quicker. The polish goes a lot quicker. It's all personal preference. And we didn't want to have customers go through that. Well, I really want a 15 throw, but it only comes with a 5 or only comes with a 6. I don't want to go into customer service and have to order that. Yeah, we'll just give them both and let them be happy.
I think that's a good approach. I'm a 5-inch guy. Like I like smaller things, right? Like I like smaller phones. I like smaller laptops. I like something about the compactness of a smaller device appeals to me. But like Alex said, a lot of our brand partner friends and in the industry, they've sent 5 and 6-inch pads, and I've just been staring at my 6-inch pads for a while, wondering when that day will come. And someday. And that day is now here. So I'm excited because, like, think about it, like a windshield, right? You want to bust out a windshield faster. Like he said, that 1 inch can make a big difference in how quickly you can get that job done. So I think it's awesome that you didn't nickel and dime everybody and be like, oh, trying to pinch every penny out of that person, and you included it. That's awesome.
Yep.
We've got the other half of Details in the house. We got Sal from Details. What up, fellas?
And I think with the 6-inch, if I'm doing like a really big SUV, like a Yukon XL or like a big minivan, God forbid,
Hyundai Santa Fe. Big boxy mobile.
Joey and I like to we like to correct smaller vehicles, and because this is a hobby, we can kind of pick and choose what we want to do. Yeah, it's like you got the third row. No, I can't.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
But no, the versatility is really nice. But also because this is the kit, so it's a hell of a bag. Some people aren't bag people. That's totally fine. But I think the biggest win in this is the 2 batteries. Yep. And you'll see in my video as well is that I also got really excited with the charger because it's a 160 watt charger. So you're not taking, a week and a half to charge said batteries. It's a 5 amp hour battery, which I mean is a ton of capacity. And obviously with the dual, you have one charging, you have one running, and then you just kind of swap back and forth.
And a 160 watt charger.
That thing rips.
That's bigger than my laptop charger.
Yeah. And also I remember a couple years ago at TRCMA, I think it was kind of when the 24 volt stuff first came out. The stacked lithium really intrigued me. And I think that's a really cool technology. So can you kind of explain a little bit more about the stacked aspect of the batteries compared to like some other styles?
For sure. So along those lines with the 160 charger, that kind of plays into the whole system. Not just our battery technology, but our charger technology is bar none better than anybody on the market. That's something Flex prides themselves on, is our ability to keep the input and output of a battery cool as well as quickly rechargeable. Pairing those together consistently puts us ahead of a lot of people that are in repetitious type work. And when the 2 battery kit that you have, the reason why we have that is with just 2 batteries, you'll never be out of juice. It is essentially when you have 2, you're running a corded machine at that point. So, and to your question, where the stacked differs from regular traditional cylindrical cells, basically kind of envision. I've been going over the material all day trying to figure out a funny analogy to this, but envision a Velveeta cheese packet.
Okay,
it's kind of like that. Exactly. Highly deadly, but very delicious. At least for the first 30 seconds.
You've caught my attention with the food analogy.
You don't get thick with 2 C's though, like in Velveeta. So.
That's very true. But it's something very akin to that. So envision a slim pack, crimped along the edges with 1 tab in, 1 tab out. Kind of like, actually probably visually it's more like a Capri Sun. Silvery, tab delicious. Out. Yeah, and won't kill you.
No.
But the easiest way to phrase it is you have a pack, stacked packs on top of one another. Looking at energy displacement. Cylinders, you would have to go, traditional cylinders are all linked together like Lincoln logs in 1, 2, or 3 rows. So, and for anyone who is an electrical engineer in the chat, don't roast me. I'm just trying to explain this simplistic style. So
we got a lot of simple people in the chat, so they'll appreciate it.
We're on the Velveeta cheese and Capri.
I didn't mean it like
level.
that.
I said it, not you.
So looking at that, you have the cells all stacked, and the current has to cross all those tabs and then exit. With a tabless, which is the next generation leading up to stacked, tabless, you don't have to go along all the tabs and then exit. They can immediately exit the cell. Quicker power, quicker charging. With stacked, that's the next iteration. There's none of that delay to go in and out of the cell. It immediately exits the pack. It cools quicker with the separations because the energy is leaving more efficiently and with less resistance. And on the flip side, which is why our chargers are important, it also charges much faster than traditional cells. So longevity is 3, sometimes 4, depending on the amp hour. And charging ability is almost half the time of other people. So it is really cool stuff. And that's,
so it's just improved in every aspect.
Every aspect. And
I do, because the batteries, I charged them up today and they were both at about 1 bar. And when I threw them on the charger, I did notice the fan on the charger, and I'm like, okay, this is because like batteries and heat do not get along, and especially on the lithium side of things. So the fact that's keeping that cool is important. I mean, it's, it could be a white noise. Some people might fall asleep to that noise, But you know,
It's
no, your
very
charger's
close
not
to-
broken.
Yeah.
Your charger's not broken. It's supposed to make that noise.
Yep.
So, and I think that, and it was like I didn't really pay attention to how much it took time wise to like charge it fully, but I'm like, that was not very long
Mhm.
at all.
So generally, we shoot for when you're in the higher capacities, 6 and
Mhm.
above. We're trying to get to 80% or above in about 30 minutes.
Oh wow.
That's crazy.
With the traditional cells, that last 20% is always a bear. It's just how cylinders recharge. It's always taking extra time to fill up that last 20. Tabless, quicker, and then with stacked again, you don't have any of that kind of delay, so you can go straight swap out 2 60 amp hour batteries back and forth. I think our numbers are 32 minutes to full charge.
That's
so
great.
literally, you slap one on, you work for an hour with it. The other battery is literally 100% waiting for you. Off and on.
And is that with the 160 watt, or do you need a higher capacity charger as well to achieve the like you said, the 80% or the 32 minutes?
So we've got the 160 is the 37 minute, and then I believe we've got it's the 550 that is the one that goes 30 minutes flat for stacked.
Got it. Okay. Yep. That's not that much. I mean, obviously in production, right? Like that 7 minutes will add up, but for people like Alex and I, like that's pretty impressive to include in the kit with the polisher, because normally you'll get like the basic run of the mill whatever, you know, like, oh, it'll take this long to charge. But like,
there you go.
Get that.
So there's this is the 550 Big Daddy charger. So for ours, it would be 27 minutes, which is nuts. Like Joey and I, when our battery dies and we switch to a new one, and then like, you know, if we have to wait, it's like, all right, we'll just take a break. We'll, you know, go have a beverage, go have some lunch, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we're not in that that kind of position where we need
to eliminate that downtime. That's impressive. Like I've stayed on top 18. On top of battery technology because of my 9-to-5 career, and I understand that, but to put it into like a power tool and actually, you know, it's different, right? It's different than the battery in your laptop. I'm doing a bunch of things on the laptop, but like I'm doing one thing with that power tool, and I need that battery back up and running as quickly as possible. So it's just so impressive that it can charge that quickly.
Yeah.
And that's truly, this is not a lot of companies can claim this, but we are not just a power tool company. I mean, Flex got their start. I mean, they created the angle grinder, which obviously very quickly led to making the first polisher. But we are not just a tool company. We are a battery company. And not naming names, not going to sling any mud, but batteries are just as important to us as developing new tools. We always have our eyes on the next horizon of whether it's going to charge quicker, whether it's going to cool faster, whether it's going to have higher capacity. We're always constantly pushing the horizon on that to make sure we have the best battery possible on our tools.
So this is like an egg and a chicken kind of thing. When you guys are developing new tools, is the battery where it starts a lot of the time?
Respect, with our higher capacity stuff. So if you want to talk about trying to think of something that's got really crazy pull, concrete cutoff saw, or a sidewinder, or worm drive, anything like that, something that has crazy pull and then longer run applications. So if you're ripping down a sheet of 3/4 inch plywood all day long, roofing or sheathing a house, you're going to want a battery that can stand the test. So when looking at that kind of stuff, those are our first tools that we kind of look at to go, okay, we're going to be developing the next generation of, you know, high capacity batteries that deal with high draw functions. On the flip side of that, then we look at stuff like drills or a 3-inch polisher that we're really more concerned about weight and compact and efficient use of a battery current, not necessarily having to deal with a huge draw consistently. So both ends are constantly being looked at, and it is very tool driven.
Very cool.
So
with the I mean, not so much in the detailing aspect, but I guess in the other kind of tool realm, how does the stacked battery technology work in like the colder climates, and also on the other side, the hotter climates, for people that are working outside? I guess even mobile detailers, if it's, in Joey's neck of the woods, if it's, over 100 degrees Fahrenheit on a summer day, how is the battery technology working there?
So the cool part about stacked is it cools and heats quicker. So if it gets super hot and you're allowing it to cool the way we have everything leveled without giving away too much of the secret sauce, it removes the heat from the battery quicker. Now, that being said, if you're out detailing in the Arizona sun and 115 degrees and you're in direct sunlight, there's nothing that's going to save you. The battery's going to overheat.
Sun wins every time.
Exactly.
I think my body's going to stop before the polisher does.
Yeah.
But in cold, it's unfortunately that's kind of lithium's hamstring, and this is for everybody, not just our batteries. Lithium as a compound just does not handle cold very well. With the stacked, it is a little bit more prone to dealing with cold less well because it is thinner, so the cold can get to it. But you're never going to experience a full-blown shutdown. It's just going to take a little time to warm up. And generally, you can get that going by popping it on the charger or using the tool a little bit.
Yeah, cool.
Now, does the battery technology play a big part into the polisher being under load and how it performs? Or is that another? Can you touch on that, on how, because the flex polishers are known for maintaining their power under load, and just maybe diving into more of the technology behind that and how the battery plays into that part.
So it's two parts on that one. It's going to be the battery technology, and we've got a PCBI board in the battery, and we also have onboard electronics in the tool. So both of those communicate together. Battery is constantly talking to the PCBI saying, hey, I'm at this temperature. What's going on? We need to hit cool down. PCBI is going, we're in the middle of, an 1800 RPM cycle. We've got 40 pounds of torque on. We've got 30 minutes or 30 seconds left. They're constantly talking back and forth to one another, and they both prevent, number one, the tool motor from overheating, and on the flip side of that, they prevent the battery from overheating or discharging inappropriately, if you want to call it that. So it's the electronics and the chipset we have in the tool kind of driving it, call it the brain, but the battery is the muscle behind the brain.
I love a good fail safe. Like when I'm working, just knowing that it's doing what it's supposed to. Those two friends are having the conversation that they're supposed to be having while I'm doing the work. That's peace of mind right there.
And that's pretty much, we have, I don't want to say it's going to be 3, but we have 2 failure modes that it's like, hey, lights start blinking, back off a bit. Your tool's not happy with you. Then we've got, another one that we're working on. I can't really relay that just yet because we're trying to get clearances, but we've got a second one. We've got a second one for that. And then third is just full blown. The tool will lock you out, shut you out. And if the battery's actually too hot, it'll start blinking and just say, don't touch me for a while. So when you reach that ultimate, like you're going to cook your tool, the tool basically prevents you from using it until it's calmed down.
That's the trigger that when Joey and I go inside for some Velveeta and a Capri Sun.
Now you're getting it.
That's what we're doing. I think one of my favorite things, again, this is kind of released a little bit ago, was not forgetting about the legacy customers with the 18 volt to 24 volt adapter. It's such a simple product with such a big impact, because all these guys that have kind of the ecosystem of tools, whether you're a flex guy or what have you, the ecosystem is a big deal. And if you've invested a lot of money, because batteries aren't cheap, so if you bought a lot of 18 volt batteries and then the new kid on the block shows up, it's like, okay,
it's not just like going from a 3-prong adapter to a 2-prong adapter. Like,
no.
It's like, I'm going to go to the bank. I'm getting
a
a loan because I got to buy like 10 or 12 batteries now. But then this little guy comes in and steals the show.
And that's what you'll notice from us as a company is it's never just about the next iteration. It's always about, let's take care of people that have taken care of us. And we never go into the next generation of a project, next generation of a tool without going, all right, where did we go or where are we going? But where do we come from? We've got an entire, I want to say 6 to 10 years worth of 18 volt tools in the market that have a steadfast, wonderful reputation. We can't just go, hey, like Apple, you have to buy a new cord now. No, we're not going to do that. Right. And that's how that was born, specifically for that reason. And because of the electronics in this, and the electronics in the battery, and the electronics in the tool, it was allowed to happen because everything's constantly checking on one another. That makes it possible.
I appreciate that in a brand, because I think here's another just unrelated segue, but I think that's what made me a PlayStation guy, right? Because when I got my PlayStation 2 and it still played my PlayStation 1 games.
Yep.
Thanks for that, Sony.
So backwards compatibility.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly. Yeah. Yep. It's a very important thing that I think a lot of people will overlook just because of the dollar signs.
Yep. And that's truly, I mean, it's like you said, it's a little bit more of a premium cost, but that's the type of stuff you'll get. We do ask a little bit more, but what you get is justified.
So here's a question for someone who, let's say, is upgrading from a beginner polisher, right? Let's say a porter cable or
just your run-of-the-mill white labeled
$100 Ryobi from Home Depot or something like that. What's the biggest difference that someone's going to notice when they move to a flex machine?
Oh man, I mean, you're coming from a porter cable or for
I know the answer because my porter cable's in the closet over here. It's over there. I can feel it shaking from.
You're going from like powdered. You're going from powdered Kraft dinner cheese to Velveeta, baby.
Okay,
there it is.
There we go.
There it is. I mean, first and foremost, the vibration. As soon as you fire that bad boy up and touch it to anything, it's going to probably feel like from holding a jackhammer to holding something more akin to a drill or a mixer. It's going to be noticeable right out the gate. Secondly, when you get into a bind-up situation, if you're going along a panel and you hit a chamfer, or you're going up under a wheel well or whatever it is, and it's got some really weird load on it, it's not going to fail. Part of the electronics and the upgraded sensing that is in our polishers, it's going to read torque overload, it's going to read heat sensing, all of that kind of stuff. And kind of like Joe Dirt, how does a PosiTrack work? I don't know. It just does.
Yep.
It's that, but with a lot more science behind it.
Yeah.
And that is where you'll notice. So you'll immediately notice the vibration. It's much smoother. It doesn't rattle you as bad. And as soon as you hit a rough spot that your old polisher used to stall at, we'll power through.
So it's like going from like an old Nokia to a smartphone. You've got a lot more technology in there that's doing a lot behind the scenes for you to just make it an overall more pleasurable experience to use.
Exactly.
So, and with the I mean the polisher specifically, which is kind of our target audience, with the pads that were sent, I have heard of other companies having issues with using other brands' pads, from a balancing perspective. How have you guys found your pads versus other pads on your machines? Is there any compatibility issues or anything like that?
Nope. And that's without throwing any shade. We balance our polishers based on the backing plate. So if you have our backing plates on there, it will be balanced and level set no matter what pad you throw on there. Other ones choose to balance using their pads or a specific pad that kind of help that out with the way they're weighted. You will notice a change if you don't use those pads, but ours do not have that problem.
And I don't know if it's unique to Flex, but I'll show you quickly. So with the backing plate, it's got kind of these little tabs around, and then it has like the 3 holes for the fasteners to connect. It's a little bit different than other backing plates that I've used. So is this because like obviously there's aftermarket plates for other, big brand name machines. So are these backing plates kind of proprietary for those Flex devices? Like are there third-party ones for it, or for the crazies that want to change them out?
No, you can. I mean, I'm not sure the entire list, but I do know there's plenty of aftermarket alternatives. A lot of guys are switching over to the machined aluminum. Some guys that are spending crazy money on carbon fiber ones, I've seen them throw those on our machines, no problem.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen people pay more
that's
for
above
vacuum
Joey and I's
pads.
pay grade right there.
Yeah. And they are crazy expensive. But like I said, it's the secret sauce that people they figure it out for themselves and they love it. So our pads, yes, are built for ours, but ours are compatible with a whole host of everyone else's.
Okay. So yeah, it does the backing plate does screw in, and I think the tabs are more so just guides than anything.
I do appreciate
definitely
the like agnostic approach to that, because so many brands, not just in detailing, but in any type of tool, they want to give you the runaround. If you're not using their system, if you're not using every single piece of the puzzle made by them, then they don't want to help you, or it's your fault, or whatever. I like the agnostic approach because it feels more welcoming. It feels like this is a brand that I want to work with. This is a brand whose tools I want to purchase because I can do what I want to do with them.
Yep. And that is to reference that mentality is exactly why we wanted to stay away from being that company. Our heart and our soul and our focus and passion is the machine. To make a great machine, you got to focus on the machine. You got to focus on the battery. And to quote Ron Swanson, never half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing.
Yes.
And
hell yeah.
that's what we're doing.
Big fan of that.
Yeah. And the
so
kind of the
you won't see us doing that. So just so you know, just to remove any worry going forward, we are never going to be that company.
Awesome.
I love that.
Awesome.
And you know, like Joey and I do enjoy the polishing side of things and the paint correction and the finishing. But I also do appreciate the other tools in the lineup that I think are also somewhat detail adjacent. You know, like the heat gun. You know, if you're doing any emblem removal or paint protection film removal or what have you, I think a battery powered heat gun is a next level thing because I have the corded ones.
Pretty cool.
I literally just look at my power meter when I'm running a corded heat gun.
Yeah,
it's just spinning.
It just goes down.
But also too is the impact wrenches. I was just double checking the sizes. So the 3/4 and the 1/2 inch. That because I do a lot of my climate, in southern Alberta and Canada, we do winter tire swaps and summer tire swaps. So having a cordless gun is great, and having the battery flexibility that if I can have it for multiple tools instead of just one is a real bonus.
Oh yeah.
I will say that when you guys reached out to us and told us that you were sending us polishers, and I didn't expect to get a kit, and now once the kit arrived, I saw I had 2 batteries. I will say that I am a little excited to potentially invest in some new flex power tools to maybe replace my old aging Ryobis. Now that I didn't want to invest in a new battery system if I wasn't sure, but you guys kind of feel like you guys kind of forced me into
it's that ecosystem.
It's
it's the ecosystem jump. It's like who do you jump off the deep end with?
We were just inviting you to the party, man. That's all we were doing.
I think yes, the impact is cool. Yes, the heat gun is cool. I think for Joey and I think our favorite thing is going to be the job site fan to keep us nice and cool.
Job site fan.
100%. That thing kicks ass.
Yeah.
So, dude, literally, I'm always skeptical because I'm a big dude and I sweat at the drop of a hat. Like we had Stowe here 4 days ago. I was sweating. Like it's just I'm used to it.
Us big guys run hot, man.
Dude.
Run, my wife's like, you just got out of the shower. Why are you sweating? I'm like, I just run hot.
Because I just got out of a shower. Like
that was like. And funny enough, last year for TRCMAs, last year I had a extremely tight connection in Salt Lake City, and if you've ever been to the Salt Lake City airport, they have a very long tunnel connecting both terminals, and I had to run, and the poor lady sitting beside me on the plane, I was like almost hyperventilating because I ran so much, and I'm like, I'm not dying. I just got off that one, and I'm here now, and like I'm just like wiping sweat off my face because like. I didn't wear like light athleisure clothing. I wore warm, comfortable travel clothing. Not a great combination of being
Whenever-
size and sweating.
Whenever we're
Yep.
traveling, I don't necessarily ever get really stressed out about my travel. I'm always stressed out about this man's travel. Like I'm always worried about hearing about his connections and if he made it or not. Like that's what I'm worried. I'll be sitting in my seat, feet kicked up and wondering if this man fell on his face running through that tunnel or not and got on the plane.
I don't think Joey's ever had to go through the delay of getting a plane de-iced. He does not. That doesn't make sense to him.
And
But,
then that smell where you're like, there's carcinogens in this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can just tell where you're sitting there like, my 5 days got taken off my life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But also too to store all of Joey's new tools that he's going to be getting. I do love the stack pack system and of the whole wall organization. You guys had the whole get up at SEMA.
Yep.
And from a detailing perspective, you guys had a couple of the rip and rag holders for the microfibers. The drawers are holding the towels because it's keep it clean, keep it dust free. And I like the drawer aspect on the stack pack opposed to having to, because there's a lot of that style storage containment system on the market now. But I'm a huge fan of the drawer idea because I don't like to have to take them all off and then open it and blah blah blah.
We got to experience that without giving too much away, but when we were out at the Rag Company in September filming a few things for TRCMA, we may or may not have had one or two of the stack packs off-roading.
Off-roading is the best way to put that.
I'll just say that we took them off-roading, and boy, did they come in handy.
And kept our stuff clean and tidy.
Yes, they did.
Very nice. Well, and
that was my first practical use of the stack pack. They're obviously all over the Rag Company. They've got them here, they've got them there. They look pristine, but actually taking it out into the field and using it, I was like, I see the appeal now. I see
my favorite part was showing off the radio last year, and they got demonetized because of the radio music.
I actually just watched that clip today.
Yeah, but
nice.
But yeah, do you have a favorite stack pack component that you like to kind of push people to get as like kind of the gateway to the stack pack? What's your kind of suggestion there?
Oh, that's a tough one. I mean, for me, I'm biased because I have to have music on.
Yeah.
So for me, it would be probably the triple drawers. I would do 2 of those stacked and then a radio on top of those and then a work surface. So no matter where it is, I've got noise, I've got whatever I'm working on with the triple drawer, and then I've got a nice work surface to put stuff on and work on as I'm going around.
Right.
And that's, I mean,
I'm a big fan of the wheeled platform too. With all 4 casters on it to kind of slot around. So
I want to pop up a couple questions from our viewers here, if that's okay. First of all, Adrian here, thank you for the hat. This man sent me one of my most favorite hats.
Very nice.
Flex products are on another level, just facts. And he says, is your battery used by any other manufacturers?
Yes.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and we might talk about it later.
Okay. Perfect. We've got Dr. P in the house. May know a thing or two about polishers. He said he has the carbon fiber backing plates. I would expect nothing less from you, Dr. P.
I'm pretty sure that's Paraj. I know him.
That's him.
Yep. That's him.
That's the man.
What's up, dude?
Paraj is a good dude.
He is a very good dude. So Jose here says he's got the XFE 15 18-volt polisher, super smooth, bit underpowered. However, the 24-volt adapter that you guys developed gave that polisher an extra kick. And he's very happy with it.
Very nice. And that's the cool part about it is it's not just, where am I at? There we go. It's not just a holster. The electronics in there are going, hey, we know we're putting 24 into you. This is what we can do. This was what we can moderate, but we were able to juice it more to make the motor perform longer and a little bit more aggressively.
That's awesome.
It's not just a battery swapping platform. There's a little computer in here that helps with that.
That's really, really cool. Jose also wants you guys to develop a weed whacker.
Yeah, he sent us a video of a weed whacker with a guy polishing a hood with it. We're like, oh, neat. Okay, not my thing,
Nice.
but okay.
In case you don't ever want to get polish on you, I guess maybe.
Yeah, from a distance, you don't want to see what you're doing. You don't
Yeah.
necessarily, for those that don't like to work with lights or anything, just do the weed whacker.
It's social distancing
approach.
paint correction. That's what it is.
Exactly.
That dude, I like that. I like that.
That is funny.
Have you, with the 24-volt system, have you had guys put like higher amp hour batteries on the polishers and use them? I'm imagining it would affect the balance a little bit.
Oh god, yeah.
But
they do it as like a joke.
Yeah.
And they're like, man, I'm gonna buff the shit out of whatever this is.
Yeah.
And then about 30 seconds into it, they're like, ha, not funny anymore. Back to 5 amp hour. Because it's literally like, I mean, it's, I don't know if I don't have a 12 at my desk, but a 12 is essentially twice as thick as a 5.
It's a big
yeah.
So you're rolling around with something that's like that, a good solid 2 pounds. And it's all
comically large for a polisher.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I have seen people do it very quickly.
I'd keep the 10 and the 12 to the heavy juicers, like the heat gun and the saws and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So in terms of, let's say, like in the category of innovation, is there a trend that you're seeing in the detailing tool space right now that is maybe influencing where you guys are going or what you guys may have coming this year, next year?
Yep. So definitely, first of all, always eyes on ergonomics, no matter what it is, whether it's a polisher, whether it's a drill, whether it's a cutoff saw, whether it's a weed whacker, always eyes on ergonomics. Whether it's hand placement, as simple as hand placement versus grip style versus grip material, whatever it is, we're always looking to have a better tactile experience, especially over the long-term usage of a tool.
Yeah.
And looking at that, we haven't, as an industry, really, when you're looking at us and a lot of the competitors, polishing and grinding until very recently was never really paid attention to in those respects.
Sure.
And it was kind of just like, yep, it's a dirty, crappy, vibration-ridden job, and you just got to deal with it. And so what we've been working on a lot is, working with the finesse of the grips, the hand placements, the specific geometry of the grips, which isn't just styling. Like a lot of people, when they pick up polishers or any power tool for that matter, they look at the ribbing and, why is this diamond pattern versus these are slots and this is over here, this completely different stripe pattern. It's not just aesthetics. There's science that goes into the hand grip, mitigating vibration, reducing rubbing, the whole 9 yards. All of that plays into the styling of our tools now. So to answer your question in a really long roundabout way, we're always keeping an eye on ergonomics and implementing changes in all of our tools to facilitate that.
If you haven't experienced a comfortable tool and you jump to one, the moment you pick it up, you go, oh,
yeah,
oh, like
that's a big deal.
I immediately think to like the Porter cable. Like if I went to that Porter cable, I'm like, that is a very primitive, very just like you said, it's there for a job. But the moment you pick up a Flex or any modern polisher that's taken the ergonomics into consideration, you go, oh, I've just been suffering for no reason.
Yep.
It's a big deal.
Oh yeah.
Ergonomics are a big deal in any career,
anything,
whether you're sitting at a desk, but like I was doing a detail a couple weeks ago, and I was doing a lot of upholstery cleaning with the drill brush, and my trigger finger, like I was icing it at the end of the day because it was hurting from pulling the trigger on the drill so much. And I go, I think I need to reconsider that when I purchase a new drill. How long am I going to be using it? Because you think, oh, it's floor mats or whatever. But like if you're doing an entire upholstery or something like that, or if you're, cleaning a sectional couch or something like that, like if there's no trigger lock, or you've got to figure out the most comfortable way to hold that thing.
Yep. And that's just the initial responses. And then you get into the vibration reductions. and angular placement of how you're going to manipulate the tool. I mean, there's a whole biosphere of things that go into ergonomics now, but that's definitely a primary focus of everything we're putting out, is always keeping an eye on that to begin with.
I appreciate that the older I get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like for example, I mean, you guys do the trade show thing, like a lot of us other soldiers, and on your feet, bending down, up, down, walking miles and miles a day. I gotta say, man, I don't know if we get in trouble for repping other brands, so I won't name the name, but let's put it this way: I've been doing this now. What was it? This 26? Yeah, this is 19 years. 20 officially in August. So I've been walking trade shows for 20 years. Even I know I don't look it, which is why I grow this sad little goatee, but I've been around the block a while.
Yeah.
And I swore by one brand. They always were the ones to save me, and they kind of went the way of Blockbuster. They rested on their laurels a little too much. And at MTE, I couldn't take it. My feet and my knees were just dying, and I looked around, and the people were in two brands. No matter where I looked, it was Hoka, it was Clouds.
Yep.
Every single person had one of those two on. I was like, that's it. Today's the day. I'm going to the store.
Yep.
And it changed my life. I am not even saying that to be cliche, man. I picked up a pair of Hokas, and their ergonomics and their cushioning.
I had foot surgery, and I remember when I was asking the surgeon during like recovery and stuff, I was like, well, when I can wear a shoe again, without even hesitating, she said Hoka.
Dude, they are
amazing. And when I put that on my foot, like they literally feel like you're walking on pillows. Like I don't feel the ground. It's it's wild.
Yeah. Amazing shoe. And that's where you really, a lot of the companies that didn't keep the eye on the focus of the foot, truly cushioning instead of trying to look cool. Truly cushioning. Man, Hoka came in and so
Today's episode of the Detail Grind podcast brought to you by our friends at Hoka.
Hoka, if you're listening,
we'll send you an address.
We'll get some 24-volt moon boots from Hoka or something.
There we go. We go.
But investing in footwear and head protection is kind of and good earmuffs.
Adrian says, will the future have a polisher with a remote control?
That is a wild request.
Okay, so I gotta ask you to follow up on that. What do you mean, like a Roomba and you put it on the car and it polishes as you go eat? Like, what do you mean?
That would be pretty cool. That's out there, but
has he used a polisher before? Does he know how one works?
That's I'm waiting for the clarification because I'm intrigued.
So we have our friend Ryan over at Fine Detailing. He is playing the role of Keep It Real. He says, "Okay, brass tacks. How's the forced rotation? Don't love the DA, to be honest." And this is why we love our audience. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, and 100%. We love everyone sharing their opinion. We're not censoring you.
Yeah, all good. So my first question to that would be, number one, if you've used another brand's machine and the rotation is in the opposite direction, you're going to find that our machine is going to feel not so great because you're used to compensating for the other rotation. So number one, it could be that. Number two, if you're looking at the overall fit and feel and vibration of the tool, or are you unhappy with the results of the cutting or the polishing? Because there's 3 different areas that you could be saying that you don't love that. So hit us back in the chat with clarification on that. And then
he says here that the vibration is a bit much for him.
Too much. Okay. So that along the lines of which I'm sure Paraj would jump in on this because he's actually been, shout out to him, a huge help with us. He has been an excellent partner going back and forth and working on some of the R&D stuff that we're working on. He was out at SEMA, and he's actually working directly with our QA department on a lot of innovations and changes that we're going to be implementing. So he has been absolutely fantastic for us.
We love vibration
on. Yeah, he's amazing.
When I was
one
in
of the
Steam
most
and he
detailed
pulled
dudes
out his little
ever.
vibration reader. That was crazy.
Oh yeah,
mean,
I heard he was pulling out tools, and I was like, yeah, of course he was.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, "Can you hold this for me?" I'm like, "Okay." And then he opens it up. I'm like, "What is that?" He's like, "Watch." I'm like, "Okay."
Yep. But so vibration was the issue with that one. I am wondering if he has a first generation, because we have changed out the weights and we've modified the cylindrical pattern that the tool follows. So let's talk afterwards and let's get in touch with him, because I think he might have a first generation, and
Okay.
we'll take care of that.
We know where to reach him. Everyone
Yep.
seems to love the force rotation. We've got Hunter says he loves the force rotation. It's got a lot of power. Detailed AF force rotation is great. We've got a lot of force rotation fans here.
And that's, I mean, honestly, it's everyone's got their own, pick their poison, but that's really what kind of landed us on. Did have a Gen 1. Yep, there we go. All right, so fine detailing, we'll get in touch and we'll get that taken care of.
Look at that.
Look at the force rotation is, I mean, the original Beast was an 8mm throw, gear driven, that, I mean, it is, people still to this day have their first one that they ever bought because it's still running and still cuts like insane. Right. And the only problem with that is that was a really heavy machine, and it's really kind of unwieldy because it does have so much power. And so looking at the next generations of those, we were kind of trying to find a happy compromise of a little bit easier to maneuver, a little bit easier to control, but not sacrificing the great amount of power. But we did have to give and take some. Right. So the gear driven, to answer the question that kind of kicked this all off, the gear driven is basically the same mechanism as our original one, just a little bit lighter and a little bit more maneuverable.
Very cool.
Sal here says, yo, I tried the Flex hand polisher at the KCX training. That thing is dope. Battery powered and small. I think that is a must have for mobile guys. Is he talking about the Pixie?
I think he's talking about the Pixie.
Wonderful. You know, the Pixie is one that like I've coveted, and I've only used the TRC. It's been in like my shopping cart forever, and I don't know why I haven't pulled the trigger. But like anytime I see door cups that need polishing, and go, damn it, I should have bought the Pixie. Like I just I beat myself up over it. But that seems to be a very, very just universally loved tool.
The Pixie and the flexible shaft is a core memory from years ago.
Yes. Now if I'm not mistaken, the Pixie is still 18 volt red. Is there
12 volt red?
12 volt. Okay. Is there?
Yep.
Is there anything coming? I think his audio cut out.
Yeah, I think having some technical difficulties.
We will be having a very, very exciting unveiling at SEMA this year.
Okay.
There you go.
So one of you, not to rub salt in the wound, but might have already gotten a little peeksy at the first throw of that.
A
little peeksy.
I see what you did there, John.
A little play on words. A little play on words.
Yeah. But we do have something very exciting coming. This has been a long time in the making. A true labor of love, because there was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that went into this, and truly taking a legacy item that we knew the namesake, the brand, the cult following that tool has. We wanted to make sure we honor that in every respect, and then adding things on top of that. And I think people are going to be really excited.
So it wouldn't be the worst idea if I were to just like leave the current one where it's at in its cart and not purchase that one yet, correct?
Yes and no.
Okay. If needed. Perfect.
There will be, let's put it this way, there will be certain applications that the tried and true PXE80 will still be great for, no matter what. Just because of its lightweight ability to be maneuvered into any position whatsoever. But the new one is going to have a lot of stuff that was probably going to offset that people didn't even know they needed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will keep my eyes peeled.
Little Pixie.
A little peeks into the future. I love it.
That is, I don't know. Is that? I think that's a good spot to end it, Joey. On that little
On that teaser, I think so. I just want to make sure that we touched on all the questions. I think we did, and all the comments.
We try to have a list of questions beforehand, but sometimes we get to all of them, go a little bit off the rails. But
I appreciate just like an organic conversation rather than just like, hey, detailing has exploded over the last. You know, like
give me the top 3 features of your polisher.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so I enjoyed the conversation very much, John, and thank you so much for taking a Friday the 13th evening to chat with a bunch of detailing nerds and just sharing your expertise. And 20 years, man. I'm about to hit 21 in my career, so I know how impressive that is and how long that is. So congratulations on that time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
and you as well. It is.
Thank you.
It's kind of scary when you start saying I've done something for 20 years. It makes you feel weird.
It's like saying you've done something for 50 episodes. It's crazy. It's like,
exactly.
I guess we have.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess we kind of know what we're doing or know what we're doing.
Yep.
So, but yeah, John, thank you again, and the team over at Flex for this amazing kit
Oh my God,
that was sent over. Yeah, we can't thank you guys enough. Again, thanks for Jill, who's been hanging out backstage and kind of coordinating all this.
Much appreciated.
And,
thank you guys for I apologize for my absence in communication, but it all makes sense now.
It's
so
okay.
It's not like you had a seizure or something. No big deal.
Oh,
no big
deal. I know.
So
thank you, Alex, for doing
we got you
99% of the work in setting this up and taking that secret peek-see at SEMA and running with it.
My lips are sealed, baby. My lips are sealed.
Joey, are you coming to SEMA this year?
I will be at TR SEMA, and my plan was to be at SEMA last year, and it is to be this year. So I don't want to miss it. I had such bad FOMO in the group chat.
You'll be part of Peaksy 2.0 because I'm already working on next SEMA's stuff.
Sweet.
Ooh, dang.
Sweet. I will be there.
But,
awesome.
But yeah, thanks to you guys again. Thanks to all of our viewers that were here. If you didn't catch the live, obviously it's going to be up, and we're going to have it on Spotify as well. If you wanted to see the unboxing, head over to my channel, and we'll hopefully get Jeff on next week for our 50, I guess it'd be 52nd episode at that point. So again, thank you for making the time. Thank you for making the time on this Friday evening, and we will see you guys all next week.
Thank you, guys.
Right on.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody.